I am Nidhi Chanani, and I'm here to share with you how to draw a girl and a boy. Just so you know who I am and what my qualifications are for teaching you how to draw something like that, I will share with you some of the books that I've made. So I'm an author and an illustrator. I have made a number of books. So this is my youngest reader book. It is a board book called Shubhratri Dos, which means good night friend. So it's in Hindi and English. And so I wrote and drew this, so there's a lot of drawings in there, full color illustrations. And I also illustrated I Will Be Fierce, which is a picture book written by B. Birdsong, and that came out last year. And I also am the author and illustrator of Pashmina, which is a graphic novel. It's 167 pages, a lot of drawing. So yeah, some of it's in color, some of it's black and white. And later on this year, my next picture book will be coming out, and it's called Binny's Diwali, and it was written by Thripti Umrigar and illustrated by me. So I am going to, without much more, talk to you about how to draw people. Drawing people is probably a little more advanced, and so if you know your basic shapes, I can break it down for you. So this is good for maybe 4 or 5 and up, or somebody who's 4 who has a lot of good drawing skills. That's totally fine. It's and you know, even if you're younger and you just want to watch and you want to try it, that's always good. The more practice you get, the better you get at drawing, and that's really what I did to get where I am at. And so I like to talk about how, you know, drawing can seem really intimidating and scary and confusing, but also it's really fun. It's fun to just create stuff, make mistakes and learn from those mistakes, and understand that really all drawing is just curved and straight lines. And so it's really understanding where to put those and how to plan for where you want your next straight line or curved line to be, that makes the drawing make sense, that makes it look like a dog or a fish or a person. And so without further ado, I am going to show you here how to draw a boy and a girl. And so we'll start, actually even now, how I start most of my drawings of people is with the circle head. I leave the bottom of the circle open, so I'll just go like that. And so the reason I leave that circle open is if it's a closed circle, unless it's part of their clothing, it makes it feel like it's just a circle sitting on top of a body, and when there's that opening, there's a little more flow to the body itself. So we have the circle head, and from there I want to do 2 straight lines down. I'm going to do a little bit of a curve, and then we have the neck, okay? So there we already have something that's resembling a person. And so with our boy, we're going to go, shoulders are 2 curved lines on either side down. And I'm just going to do paddle hands right now. I could do more, but paddle hands totally work. And so what I mean by that is that instead of drawing their individual fingers, we're just going to draw it as one unit. And so we'll just do almost closed circle on the bottom here of these lines, okay? So there we have the hands. And then from the inside of these 2 curvy shoulder lines, we're going to want to draw a line straight down and past the hand, okay? Past the hand. Okay? So those are the feet lines, and the body to the feet. We're going to, right around where the hand is, you just draw a line there, and that becomes the end of the torso. And you can do another line halfway there, okay, and then split that line in half. So this is a box. We're going to split that box in half. Those are shorts. and then take a line down here and a line down here. We got the legs. One is skinnier than the other. You can see, even me, I'm making mistakes, but it's fine. It still looks like a person. And so then I'm going to do shoes, feet, and that's another kind of curvy line like that. Curvy line like that. We got the feet going, okay? Now, we want this to look like a shirt, so we're going to do a half circle kind of line right there. And then you can take a line. If you want to make, so this is where you can vary from what I'm doing. You want to give him a short sleeve, you can put the line right here. If you're going to do a long sleeve, you can put a line down towards the paddle hands. I'm going to do short sleeve here. Okay? So we have our body shape on the bottom. We still have a head that needs some love. So I think what we're going to do is do pretty simple hair, and the simple hair might not be simple, but what I like to do is think about kind of proportions, right? And so how much of that head shape is going to be taken up by hair. And so I kind of like big, full hair, especially kids. Kids have a lot of hair usually. And so maybe I'll take it from a little bit on the left here and pull a line, kind of curved line down, and then I'll take this from this part of that curved line and put another curved line down. We're gonna give this head some ears, so do half circles here, okay, and then I do a half circle kind of upturned nose. For little kids, it's pretty friendly. There you go. There's the nose. And then one of the things to know about features, when you put features into any character really, the closer the features are together, the cuter it is, the more appealing it is. Partly because when we're young babies, they're kind of squished. Their features are squished together. And there's something about that that is more appealing to us as humans visually. And as we get older, you know, our eyes get further apart, nose and everything kind of gets longer, wider. And so the things that are kind of closer together mimic that young feeling, that innocence and friendliness, openness. And so when you're drawing a character and you put the features far apart, it's a little less inviting and a little less welcoming. But if you put them together, squeeze them together, it becomes kind of mimics that young baby, open innocence, and a lot of cute. It's very cute. So I tend to mimic that in my work a lot. And so I'll put the eyes pretty close together here. Just go circle eyes. And we'll have him. And then put another semicircle in here. The blacks of the eyes. Okay. Kids looking that way. What's going on? And then we'll just give him a smile. Another half circle here. And if you wanted to take that a little further, you can also give him a little blush, little dots of blush. And if you had red, you could do it in red. And I don't know if you can see that very well, but hopefully. And then if you wanted to, again, like this is a point where you can add some more variety to your work. You can add more lines in here for the hair. You could even have the hair come off, right? Have a little messy hair. You can give his shirt maybe some interesting design. I'll just put a star in there. Okay. And you can, you know, maybe give him boots or whatever it is. Stripy socks, something. And make the character your own. Okay. So now we're going to move to little girl. And I'm going to start the same. Not too different, these two. So there's my kind of, not the best drawn half circle, but it'll do. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring those two ends of that circle. And we're going to see, obviously, that's not a line, but it doesn't really matter It's also good for you to see. I make mistakes too. So because of that, we're going to just kind of do some fixes, and we can fix that later with hair, okay? So you'll see how I work around that. Okay, but we have the circle, we have the 2 lines on the bottom. And then I'm going to give, it's very stereotypical, a dress. So the dress is going to be kind of a triangular shape. So 2 not straight lines coming down at an angle like a triangle, and then we're going to connect the line. And then similar to our boy here, we're going to pull some lines, shoulder down, paddle hand, there, shoulder down, paddle hand, okay. So, and then here, I'm going to have 1, 2 lines down, 1, 2 lines down for legs, and same deal, we'll do the loop for the shoes, or the feet, or the socks, whatever you decide they are, okay? And we have our girl in a dress, and we want to give her a neckline, so we'll just do a half circle kind of line there, okay? And again, I'm going to do a very similar thing with the eyes and the nose. And so, but before that, I'm going to figure out that hair. Because I also know I made a mistake here. So I want to fix this line so that it looks more even. So I'm going to give her some fun, maybe curly hair. Or, well, no, we'll go with something that's a little easier to draw. Okay, so I'm actually going to take 2 lines across her face right here. Okay. And then I'm going to pull them out a little bit and connect this line to that line. Pull her hair out this way, kind of make her have that mop of hair, and then connect them. And then you can just, later on, you can fill all this in, and that's her hair, right? See how that kind of fixes that earlier error. Okay. Filling that hair. Okay. And then we have this space right here for her face. And so I'm going to start here. I like to put the hair in first so that I know what I'm working with in terms of the face space. And so I'm going to go with that same kind of semicircle nose and the circle eyes. And she's looking at him. We're just going to put the blacks of the eyes in there. Okay, and then we'll give her a smile too. Those little cheeks. And we're done. Well, the other thing I also realized, we can give them some eyebrows. Just some semicircles, or half circle, curved line. And we have the boy and the girl. And again, you can do the same thing with this girl as you did with the boy. You can add some pattern to her dress. Maybe she's got also a star. Okay, and then maybe the dress has a border. And I just add some, I tend to draw this border on a lot of clothes. Yeah, you know. And maybe we can even give her, maybe, I don't know, a hat. Maybe she has a little top hat. Okay. And maybe he has something in his hair. I don't know. What would he have in his hair? Maybe he has, I don't know. You can really just play with it. Maybe he's wearing a tiara, kind of like a crown, or king. Maybe he's king for the day, and she's, I don't know, wearing a top hat for, maybe they're playing dress up. And that's the kind of thing you add some elements. Once you get the basic drawing down, you can start having fun with the details. And I think that's really what, even when I was going to school and even now, I want to race to the details, race to to the fun things on the shirt and the kind of like accessories. But it's important to focus on the key shapes and the beginning shapes first so that you get that basic character down, and then you start adding these details. It gives them a lot of personality. It makes them feel like they're real, like they have some interesting things or some stories to tell. And so hopefully that's helpful. And I know that I kind of went fast with that, but, you know, feel free to watch the video again and send me any questions you have. I'm happy to help and post additional videos if they're helpful. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a good day. Bye!